And I have started recording. All right, so let's do some basic transition questions. Okay. All right. Gee, that was good and quick. All right, Manur. Good. Khatija, Murtaza, तुम भी try मारो. All right, good job, Khadija. Okay. So Murtaza and Nafe are left. Nafe, तुमने अभी join किया, जल्दी से कर डालो Nafe. Nafe.
Sir, D होगा.
Okay. All right. Good job. So this was nice and easy. So we're doing the easy ones first, okay? G guys. What's the answer? Okay, good job. Adija, good job. Manur, good job. Oh, Fatma. Mm-hmm. Okay, Fatma. Nafe. Manur and Nafe left. All right, Manur. नाफे जल्दी से बता दो.
Sir, similarly. Sorry, नहीं. Likewise.
Likewise. All right, so three of you chose likewise. I don't know why you chose likewise. Shouldn't it be, for example? It's an example. They said stories passed down the area's Confederate tribes of Silet's Indian support this belief. What belief? That the hull is off, the Oregon coast is off a Spanish cargo ship which was lost in this. The stories describe how blocks of beeswax, an item the ship had been carrying, began washing ashore after the ship was lost. So it's an example of the stories. Likewise is a transition that against the addition of a new idea. Like likewise. And then you give a parallel example. All right, guys. So likewise nahi chalna tha. Likewise means it was an example of what happened. Okay. कोई नहीं. We make mistakes, we learn from them, and we become better. What's the clue here? So every sentence has a clue. So this sentence has a clue. All right, Manur. Okay, Khadija. All right, Fatma. अब पीछे रह गए boys, Nafe and Murtaza. So I think a lot of you did process of elimination. So it's a contrast. So it's not a consequence. So therefore is not there. Similarly, there's no similarity. In other words, and by comparison. So by comparison, we've got नाफे क्या है भाई? A है या D है?
सर डी लग रहा है मुझे.
All right, good job. So the first sentence claims the number of sunspots can vary greatly. To support this claim, the two sentences compare two examples, one time 180 and the other time. So it's by comparison, fits perfectly while you're comparing the two different numbers. You guys, what's the answer? Queen Murza, hello. I can see you, so that's all right. Just do the question. Manur. Very nice. Manur. Good job. Khadija, बता दो. फातिमा बता दो जल्दी से. Khadija, that's very interesting. We will debate this, okay? Fatma, okay, I agree. Um, Khadija, give me your second choice. All right. Your second choice is more convincing than the first. Why? You can think of the why yourself. Right. So, guys, the reason why we choose. नाफे तुमने नहीं बताना है. नाफे हेलो.
सर एक सेकंड.
आज तुम्हें बहुत नस्ट वालों ने बहुत काम करवाए हैं लगता है. थक गए हो तुम.
10 होगा.
Hmm.
एक.
Yep. All right. So the dust is cause and effect relationship. So it's full of antioxidants and vitamin C. So it's got a variety of health benefits. Thus, it's recommended by doctors as a that's the cause and effect relationship. Now, for instance, is not going to be it's like a time-based thing, right? For instance, doesn't provide a specific instance of the idea from the previous sentence. Instead, it introduces a new idea. So, for instance, nahi ho sakta tha, right? So, it's not an example given. Okay, you guys got this? All right, so let me go to the next lesson. Rhetorical synthesis questions. Up next video, next exercise. All right, G, let's do this. All right, this is the end note questions. These are really interesting. मुझे तो मजे के लगते हैं. Zoom out further. I think it's काफी है. All right, so these questions are always structured in this way. You'll have bulleted points. A student would have made some notes. While researching a topic, the student wants to specify who may have first populated the Azores according to 2015 study. Which choice most effectively uses relevant information from the notes to accomplish this goal? Who may have first populated the Azores? So which most effectively uses relevant information from the notes? Which is the best option? Come on, guys. You guys sift through the information really quickly. Guys, it shouldn't take you long. There's only one point which talks about the population, them being populated, this area being populated, and then there's an obvious choice as to why, because of the genetic connection between the house mice in Azores and Scandinavia. So which option is your correct option? Can it be A? Can it be B? Can it be C? Can it be D? Come on. ठीक है, it's good that you're thinking. Fatma, I agree with you. Who else? Anur, I agree with you. Shabash, Khadija, you're left. नाफे तो ऊंचा बोल के बता देगा क्या उसका आंसर है. नाफे से मैं एंड में पूछूंगा. Khadija, your turn, please. Shabash, choose. It's all right. It can be wrong. Just choose. All right. Good choice. Nafe, what's your choice? Mr. Nafe. Nafe. Nafe किधर हो?
सी बेस्ट लग रही है.
Oh, badi meherbani. All right, good job, guys. So C was correct. So when you're reading this, how should you react? So you should have read the question first, and then you would have gone through the points, focusing on, okay, where, what are they talking about? You have a gist of. So Azores is a group of islands. Okay, that's something. And then historians believe the Portuguese were, but 2015 study, these two humans, we don't need to pronounce their names or spend focus our energies on knowing what their names are. So you could have just ignored what their names were. Found what? That the Vikings from Scandinavia had populated. So this is what you would focus on. Even the as early as the 9th century is not that important. The researchers found a genetic connection. Okay, so this is typically what how the scientists function. They'd find something and then they would want to correlate it. So, which is why C was the best option. This was just absurd. पहला वाला mice can't be the focus. Historians have believed that for ये तो था ही गलत, Portugal वाला थे ही नहीं. Portuguese ये भी गलत. So C was the only answer. Correct answer. Frida Kahlo. What's the answer? Nafe, what do you think is the answer? And Nafe, what is the answer?
So C लग रहा है.
C. Okay. The two Fridas. Ah, nice. How many of you knew about Frida Kahlo Palace? And are you guys into art form? No? Yeah, this is Frida. Frida Kahlo, the two Fridas. She's very famous. You would find her paintings in different art cafes and stuff. Like in Europe, you'd कहीं पे बाहर चले जाओ in Europe or other places, Frida's everywhere. It's like she's really revered. बहुत ही amazing artist थी और इसकी बहुत ही जबरदस्त paintings होती हैं. Anyways, okay, so what's the so you chose C. Okay, who else has an answer? फातिमा का आ गया है, ये पुराना आंसर है. ये नहीं, फातिमा का लेटेस्ट आंसर है और खदीजा का भी आंसर आ गया लेटेस्ट. ऑलराइट, गुड जॉब. सो आई एम विद यू. नाफे, D, one of the most influential artist of the 20th century, Mexican painter, is best known for her self-portraits. Now, you sort of got misled into a very minute detail. Known for being vivid and richly symbolic, Frida Kahlo's self-portraits include the two Fridas. Well, it's kind of right, but this is more comprehensive. Most effectively uses relevant information, Thana. So the D is better than C. You understand that? ठीक है, Nafis? D was better than C. That's why we chose D.
जी सर.
Okay. कुछ नहीं होता. Have you seen Friends? तुम लोगों की generation देखती है Friends? Have you guys seen Friends वैसे? I don't think so, है ना? I don't know about that. There used to be a paleontologist in Friends. His name was Ross. Paleontologist. Mansurasaurus. All right, that was quick, Khadija. All right, Fatma, that was quick. Okay, जनाब बताइए. Come on, Nafe. All right, all of you have gotten it right. Manur, आपने क्यों नहीं जवाब दिया अभी तक? Manur, what were you thinking? Manur, read the question again, please. And then कुछ नहीं होता, हो जाता है इंसान के साथ. Do it again though. बताओ, नाफे. तुम्हारा जवाब नहीं आ रहा है. Push, 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 push your brain. Come on. Push harder, shabash. You can do it. नाफे, हिम्मत करो.
सर बी.
Ouch, ouch हो गया, ouch. All right, couple of ouches. A है, देखो, Mansosaurus, a species that lived, was discovered by, देखो, species discover, species का नाम रखा है, so उसकी recognition पहले नहीं थी, so you can't structure it this way. ठीक है, नाम उसका बाद में रखा है. Partial dinosaur skeleton found in this belong to a species. देखो, नाम आपने रखा है बाद में. A new species was named this to recognize the team that discovered it, a professor and students from Mansoura University. So Mansoura ki wajah se Mansorosaurus, it states that, tells us why it's named the way it's named. You got it, Manur and Nafe? A tha. Biryani. Let's talk about biryani. Hyderabadi biryani is the kind of biryani we eat in Pakistan. In
So best option तो D है क्योंकि D में सारा कुछ बताया हुआ है short paragraph है
all right. ये बिरयानी ईटर्स जो है ना, इन्होंने बड़ी तेजी तेजी से जवाब दे दिया है. All right, very देखो interest. It's also about interest. When you're bored and you don't like something and you're not interested in it, it becomes difficult. So this is also part of the process to fool your mind to think that you've understood something. अच्छा जी, ये सारे हमने किए हैं except for the plural and possessive pronouns. So we can practice some of these grammar questions. Let's go. Easy ones. इनमें देर नहीं लगनी चाहिए guys. सवाए possession के हमने नहीं किया, लेकिन चलो कर लेते हैं. Good job. देखो जल्दी जल्दी होएगा. Okay guys. पहले आंसर पे मैं आगे निकलूंगा. On the exam, this is how it needs to be. Quick, quick, quick with the grammar part. All right. खदीजा, थोड़ा सा मैं इन लोगों का भी वेट कर लेता हूँ. कोई माइंड ही ना कर देना कि भाई ये क्या हो गया. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. इतनी देर नहीं लग सकती. Thanks. All right. Okay. Good job. Good job. बताइए. फातिमा, is this like इस वाले का आंसर? ये जो भी आपने दिया है 946 पे दिया है, तो आई डोंट नो ये पिछले वाले का ही है इसका. ऑब्वियसली नहीं हो सकता पिछले वाले का आपका.
सर C होगा
ओके, थैंक यू. नाफे ने कहा भाई मुझसे पूछ नहीं रहे हो. जल्दी से, कम ऑन. गुड जॉब खदीजा, आई एग्री. गुड जॉब मनोर. गुड जॉब फातिमा. Grammar will be easy. Reading will be the toughest. We'll do these boundary questions though. Okay, so conforms to so the boundary questions, what are they? Transitions, they would include transitions. Punctuations, you may be asked to format and punctuate supplemental information within a sentence, punctuations in general. So let's see what kind of questions. All right. Remember, from is a preposition, और preposition के आगे हम कुछ comma नहीं लगाते, colon नहीं लगाते, em dash नहीं लगाते. तो yes, this is from yesterday's small little rule. Do you remember that, Nafe?
जी सर
All right, that's why. Okay. Acha, I skipped the explanation. It would be nice if you, when you're practicing on your own, you read through the different explanations. Okay. Okay. Khadija, but the question asked, है Khadija? Okay, ठीक है. Manur. अच्छा, अच्छा मानूर. ठीक है. ओके, नाफे आप बता दो. नाफे तो आउट हुआ हुआ है. अच्छा, फिर कौन रह गया? फातिमा. फातिमा. ओके, फातिमा. अच्छा, अब फातिमा एंड खदीजा chose this. This choice doesn't conform to the conventions. Why? Questions place the verb before the subject. Um, how will Morpheus tradition be affected? सिर्फ एक ही फर्क था ना खतीजा. You didn't notice? Question mark. Ah, you went with the tense and the flow and everything, just forgot to see the question mark. That's why. So मानूर ने ये किया, फातिमा ने बी किया. जी फातिमा. फातिमा, what do you think? Why was B wrong? The way they explain it is a little, I would say, complex. A very simple explanation would be that this is the way they're structuring it, makes it a passive voice. How Morpheus's traditions will be affected, as compared to the more direct, how will Morpheus traditions be affected? So, which makes A better choice. ठीक है. तो will पहले आना चाहिए, और उनका मतलब their statement is correct that we need to place the verb before the subject. So before the traditions, we need to have the will, because it's a question. So this is a small little thing which we would want to remember, Fatma. Asha, in this question, while you're practicing, don't just focus on getting the question right. There's a use of the M dash here. So you should observe how the M dash, because it's not wrong, it is correct. So you need to observe, okay, how is it used here? You need to see the structure. While one requires oxygen, one does dash and anaerobic respiration are both forms of cellular respiration. And M dash, that is, and it's an explanation to whatever was being talked about. They're explaining that respiration. Okay. Good job, Khadija. I agree with you. Acha, uh, it's because of the while Khadija has spotted. It's because of the while you cannot have a full stop, neither a semicolon nor nothing. You've got to have the comma. Good job. Fatma, good job. Manur, you see that? We've got to have a comma here. ठीक है? Because of the while. While made the first part dependent. So you need the comma so that after the comma, it goes in the other direction. But guys, notice the M dash. That's not part of the question, but it's our job to make sure we pick up on anything extra that we can look into. Are both forms of cellular respiration. So ये यहाँ पे sentence complete हो गया. We have the M dash, that is comma. They are processes by which cells break down glucose to use energy. So once you've seen a lot of these, अगर इसका question आ जाएगा, you'll be able to figure it out as well. ये बहुत मजे का क्वेश्चन है. Oh, Khadija, I agree with you. Fatma and Manur. Acha, so C. Fatma and Manur. देखो, when you choose B, देखो प्रॉब्लम क्या आता है. एक तो वो अपनी बता रहे हैं, but I'll tell you in simple words. This type of random comma, so this comma is there. Continuous. Oh, well, that's a list of random comma continuous movement. Okay, fine. There's a comma here. This comma is very important. This is telling you that whatever is after movement is supposed to be an interrupt. It's supposed to be non-essential. So, and it is with the which, तो which से पहले comma होगा. So that makes it non-essential, which is known as Brownian motion. So the sentence ends at this type of random continuous movement can be observed throughout the natural world. इनकी भी पढ़ लेते हैं. What's their reasoning? This choice results in a punctuation error. The relative clause, which is a non-essential. ठीक है जी? Supplement. So it should be separated from the rest of the sentence by a pair of matching punctuation marks. We already have a comma after motion, so we need to add a comma before which. Right. So we have to pack it up in two commas, or this could be packed up into M dashes that we saw yesterday. You got that, girls? Okay. So is tarah you have to have a your own Khan Academy ka unit. You should be active in your own units as well. Once you're active, you'll keep on getting more and more examples. Okay, so you've got to do some of this on your own, guys. Let's do these 10 questions. Shabash, himmat karke. All right. Okay, girls. Good job. All right. So, all right, Khadija, subsequent would mean one, like subsequent is in the sequence, what's next? So subsequently. Ji Fatma, I agree with you. Thank you, Khadija. Specifically. Manur, yeah? Okay, so conversely is it should be in the opposite. Subsequent indicates event took place after another. Regardless is a disagreement. So just when you're going through stuff, just so that you have quick reminders of what means what. All right, Khadija. Yeah, those options. Yeah. So recently is like you recently is the transition. So the sentence is basically archaeologists have unearthed, and based on that, Khadija make a choice. Baki log, Fatma, Manur. Should I go with Khadija's last choice? It was D. Why was it D? Because um, it couldn't be anything else. एक तो ये था. The verb unearthed and its objects. Yeah. So Khadija, yes, if there's a list and usse pehle yaad hai, the sentence needed to be complete and independent. Recently, archaeologists have unearthed. So it's not a complete sentence. Archaeologists have unearthed what? जब वो पूरा sentence complete होगा, तो then we are able to list them down. Hmm? That's the difference. Okay, good. Good, शाबाश, बहुत अच्छा सवाल तुम्हारा. All right. Remains. 1899 से है, so it remains, right? That's the. इनमें देर नहीं लगानी, guys. All right. So go with Fatma and Khadija. Good job. G. Good job. Read the question first. All right. Okay, interesting. बिल्कुल सही हो गया. बिल्कुल सही हो गया. Good job, girls. All right. So because once you get the hang of the questions, you're quicker with them. Shabash. You guys, what should it be? Oh, ठीक है. All right. It's a very interesting one. Acha, let's look at it again. I don't know if you guys realized something. This is the best choice notice. Sanctity of animal life is the first item in the list of three. So it's a listing. We must use a comma to separate them. The just treatment of the. Okay. So, and what the interesting part was this switch. He is known for enforcing a moral code called the law of piety. So the sentence is complete till here. After the comma, this is an explanation. Generally, the whole thing is a non essential clause, which established what there is adding on to the law of piety, which established the sanctity of animal life, comma, the just treatment of the elderly, comma, and the abolition of the slave trade. Focus, देखो आपने आंसर दे दिया, सब कुछ कर दिया, but ये these are the little things you have to pick up on, okay? Yeah. Which one is it? Good job. Good job. मानूर भी मैदान में आ गई है. चलो भाई. Last question of the day. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Uh-oh. तुम लोगों ने सोचा लास्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ द डे फटाफट जवाब दो. The legal requirements depends on the legal requirements depend requirements depend. तो depends नहीं हो सकता था. Are dependent. So are is depending तो गलत हो गया. Are. So for the boat's signal equipment is the non-essential part, the prepositional phrase. The legal requirements are dependent. ठीक है? Are dependent because of the requirements. ठीक है, guys. So good job and